Have you heard the news? Historically, gay men have not been allowed to be blood donors, at least in the US, but certainly elsewhere too. But as of May 2023, that has changed, and it is great. Since the 1980s AIDS epidemic, gay and bisexual men, or more broadly, men who have sex with men, were prevented from being blood donors. At first, it was a lifetime ban. Then in 2015, the FDA changed the regulations to allow MSM who were abstinent for a whole year to be allowed to donate blood. In 2020, the restriction dropped to 3 months of abstinence. The reason for all this was, as too many things are, thinly veiled discrimination in the name of science. The 1980s AIDS epidemic was a really scary time. The condition spread quickly and it was deadly, deteriorating folks over the span of just days. Plus, we didn't know a lot about it, so there was a lot of fear-mongering. While medical conditions do not discriminate, people do, and the populations most affected by HIV and AIDS included MSM and other stigmatized groups. Once people figured out that HIV is able to be transmitted through bodily fluids, including blood, the FDA put a moratorium on all gay men being able to donate blood, thereby perpetuating harmful stereotypes against the community. To be clear, it is super important to screen potential donors to ensure that HIV is not going to be transmitted via blood transfusion. Along with donor screenings, there are rigorous tests in place to make sure that all donated blood samples are safe for patients to receive. But the rule punished all MSM and only MSM in the name of preventing HIV, even though not all men who have sex with men are living with HIV, and there are certainly people living with HIV of all genders and sexualities. So, the new policy addresses this previous inequity by applying the same HIV screening questionnaire to every potential donor, regardless of gender, sexuality, or sexual history, which is not only less discriminatory, but it's also more scientifically and statistically robust. Here's what the new questionnaire looks like. There are still a few more tests that need to be done before we're able to open up the policy to even more potential donors, including people living with HIV who are on the HIV medication regimen known as ART, or people who take HIV prevention medication including PrEP and PEP. Currently, anyone who has ever been diagnosed with HIV is unable to donate blood in their lifetime, even if the current levels of the virus in their blood are undetectable. Still, evaluating eligibility on an individual level as opposed to a group level is a huge step in the right direction, not only for LGBTQ rights, but also for addressing the national blood shortage that has been going on in the US since January of 2022. With more people eligible to donate blood, we are better equipped to put more supply into our systems and hopefully be able to save thousands more lives. So, if you're able or newly able, donate blood today.